take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to kick your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. Falsehood, important news are new pieces.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's gonna be under one roof. You're gonna run it like a business. That means you're gonna make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Esri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to BedLife 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's BedLife 5, Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for Friday, October 30th, 2020, All Hallows Eve. Ooh, it's a spooky day. Actually, it's still quite bright out and not really spooky at all, but tomorrow is Halloween, and we've got a full moon. First full moon on Halloween in a long time, and won't be another full moon on Halloween into 2039, which is, quite the whopper. That'll be NephewOPrey will be 19, or 19. Wow, crazy. I wonder what country we'll be living in at that point. Yeah, Sassy. You going to be there with him, Sassy? You might. There could be advances in dog life by then. Sassy could be there. Anyway, hello world. Not Ryan Johnson was first in the chat, at least as far as I could see. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello, and Qapla. Will Bird ever be on time? Well, I was certainly on time today, not Ryan Johnson. If anything, I was a few minutes early. Karoga Knight says, Viva la Karoga. I think just Viva Karoga is enough, but thank you, Karoga Knight. Captain Track says, hello, Qapla, Captain Track. Good to see you. 54.5 Access Radio, playing the best of Hitler, Mussolini, and Emperor Hiroshito, something like that. Says, yes, we love Halloween. It's the one day a year we can wear the old uniforms in public. Absolutely, 54.5 Access Radio. And Mountains of Elysium says, Halloween is the one day a year people praise the way I look. Wow, where did you get such a horrific mask? Come on, Mountains of Elysium, if you can go out in public, if I can go out in public, you can go out in public. I'm sure nobody's saying you've got a horrific mask. They say that behind your back. Mountain of Elysium says, leaving a like, my car broke down and just waiting for the mechanic. Oof. Sorry to hear that, Mountains, but glad you could find a mechanic. Rock Solid Productions is supposed to start in 23 minutes. I'll be back in 45. He may have started by then. Wow, then you'll have missed it. Rock Solid, in fact, you might missed all of Dear Bop. I might be done with Dear Bop in 45 minutes. I don't. And Rock Solid tells me not to forget to unmute, which I did not forget to do. So thank you. Rock solid. Uncle Remus says at least kids won't waste toilet paper this year tonight. It's next to impossible to buy any. Yes.
You run out and pick it up.
Captain Track says, hey to Mountains of Elysium.
Hey, McRib is coming back.
I know, says Opray. I think the McRib has been out. Somebody.
December 2nd.
Okay, I understand. I understand. I'm not particularly a big fan. I do brush my teeth. I'm not with a back scratcher. I don't. I'm not particularly a big fan of the McRib. NephewOPrey is sleeping. I'll try to speak quietly.
I've never had.
I don't think you should. I feel like I'm going to lose my eyes.
You're wearing one.
I know, but I just don't think it's enough. It's one of those days over here. So, you voted.
I did vote.
And you want to tell the people what you found when you went to vote?
So I was waiting in line. Well, tell the whole story. I left here. It was raining still. It wasn't pouring. And I was like,
Cold and rainy day.
As
if God himself was telling you not to vote.
BedLife had looked at the weather and he knew that it was supposed to stop raining at least at some point in the afternoon. And I said, good, I'd like to go right before that point so that everybody stayed in and, I can get there. So I thought it was going to be a long time. I took some snacks. I had,
I had reports that it was an hour plus online at the local voting place.
I had to feed Charlie before I go, deflate myself. All of those things needed to be considered. So I got all ready. I went over there.
Took an Uber.
I was going to walk, but then I was like, it's cold.
It's a long 6 blocks.
I mean, I walked back. So I got there. NephewOPrey gave me a nice umbrella that was my own personal little dome. I had an N95 mask. I got on the line, which was long-ish looking from where I stood, but it didn't even wrap around the corner. It was simply just out the door of the polling place and down the block a bit, but not even all the way to the corner. Didn't turn the corner. I got on near the corner. Side note, there was a little old lady in front of me, very nice. And when we finally got up towards the front, she was like, I can't believe I made it. I've been here 3 times. The block was the line was 7 blocks long the first few times. And my daughter drove by and saw it and said, go now. And I was like, yes, we're here. So anyway, as we approached the building, I noticed a tiny little sticker stuck to the window. It was a Trump sticker within 100 feet of a polling place, literally stuck to the polling place. And then about 2 feet later, on the side of an air conditioner that was sticking out of the window, another one, facing the people online. So I went and I did my voting. And then when I was giving getting my ballot, I said, who can I talk to? There are some stickers. I didn't specify which candidate. I just said there are some specific, there's some stickers out there for a specific candidate. And it's like, oh, talk to the woman in the green jacket. So I did my voting. I went over to the woman in the green jacket, but she was on the phone. She ignored me. And then some other woman was like, how can I help you? And I said, there are some stickers out there when we're waiting online for a specific candidate. And she said, oh, it's okay if it's, it's more than 100 feet from the polling place. And I said, they're on the building. She was like, what building? I was like, this building. They're stuck to this building. She's like, no. I was like, yes. And she was like, okay. So for some reason, she had to go tell the police officer. I thought he was going to come with us. I don't know what was going on. Maybe she said tell him she was leaving. I don't know why.
Why were police officers there?
There was one police officer. I don't know. We went outside.
Hope you're not on a list now.
She saw the list.
You're on a list.
Care if I am. Come and get me. She saw the stickers and she peeled them off right in front of me. Fortunately, one wouldn't come off fully, but she got the name off. Yeah. And then I walked home and I stopped at the deli and got a sandwich. That was my day.
So what did NephewOPrey do wrong in this situation?
I did nothing wrong.
Number one.
Shouldn't have taken the Uber there.
Number two.
Could have walked.
She could have peeled the stickers off herself.
No.
Number three.
I feel like they need to document.
She could have put a BedLife 5 sticker over the sticker that offended her.
Prey 5 stickers.
You should have asked.
Do you have any BedLife 5 stickers?
Not at the moment,
Oh.
but I'll make
Do you
some.
have any crunk stickers? Because they stay forever.
I don't have any crunk stickers. I do have a Star Trek
Because I
sticker.
know for a fact the crunk sticker lasts about 20 years.
Yes, the Crunk energy drink sticker lasted quite a while. I have a Star Trek sticker.
Nope.
You could have put over.
I mean, I would have preferred that, but I was glad they took the stickers off, and I think it was terrible.
Do you think that it was
defaced the
affecting
building. They put it on
changing people's minds, seeing that sticker there within 90 feet of the building?
It was a tiny sticker.
So do you think the old lady changed her vote because of the sticker?
No, I think that someone put it there in case they want to try to later say that there was interference and invalidate the whole election.
So it was probably somebody who didn't want to vote for Trump who
No,
put
it's
the
probably
Trump
someone who
sticker.
really Trump is in danger of losing. I didn't ask.
What are you going to ask an old lady who she's voting for? So NephewOPrey is trying to get all of New York City's election thrown out and redone. Maybe we should redo the election. Let's see who wins, right? Let's see who wins. 47 Yorktown says.
Picture of it and my phone was. That was.
Now that's weird.
It was like.
Yeah.
I just kept hitting the button and nothing was
The
happening.
phone wouldn't work. Sounds like aliens. Sounds like a conspiracy.
What's this person? Is there a dog?
I'm sure there is. There's a dog. That looks like one of the people who walk. Cindy or Eddie. Yeah. So 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Qapla 47 Yorktown. Rox out says, this is not the show. We want the show. This is the show, man. This is the show. It's like Joe Rogan, but it's with NephewOPrey and no other cameras. And no Alex Jones. Did you see the Alex Jones one? I don't know. It was on just this recent week.
That kind of sounds like a woodpecker.
I mean, Joe Rogan would not let their guests hit him on the head like this. No,
He's a peaceful man. Okay, I'll turn it.
oh man, this is gonna be one of those days.
Scratched here with a lot more.
It's okay. Scratch up the face. NephewOPrey likes putting
It is about scratch up.
cream.
Oh no! Don't scratch. What's it for? There you go.
There you go. Get into the shoulders. Oh man. Not right, Judge says it's about time. Sheesh, I'm sorry to be so late. And by late, I mean several minutes early. Captain Track says hello to Not Ryan Johnson. Mounted Leeson says greetings to Captain Track. And now we're way behind in the chip.
Oh, we'll discuss the monkey later.
The monkeys? What monkey?
Catch up.
Star Trek Nitpickers says bird is the word. Qapla, Star Trek Nitpickers. Good to see you. And again, guys, Star Trek Nitpickers put out a Discovery review recently. Check it out. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Captain Track says hi to Star Trek Nitpickers. Mountains of Elysium says greetings, BedLife, MOPrey, NephewOPrey, NephewOPrey, and fellow nerds. Thank you, Mountains of Elysium, Qapla, and I hope your car gets fixed quickly and cheaply. Well, inexpensively. Positive Candor, Qapla, Positive Candor says Your video on Spock today was the most illogical thing that you've ever posted. I don't know why you would say that, Positive Candor. That's I documented everything in there. It's proof. I've proven it. LDG Pixels, hello LDG Pixels, and the first citizen of Karoga. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings to Sassy, chaser of cats, eater of cookies, stalker of cardinals, defiler of cushions, and scourge of the squirrels. Aroo! He's looking at me. See, Sassy, I don't ignore you. Not while NephewOPrey is here, not ever. Dee Dee Myers says, Qapla, BedLife, greetings and hello. How's the whole family? We are doing good. Dee Dee, thank you for asking. And Dee Dee says, nice hat, Bert. Thank you. Yes, this is the Make Klingons Great Again hat, which is available on my Teespring store, which is available at BedLife5.com. Now, there's also a version that's on Amazon that the letters are a little thicker. It's a little easier to read from a distance. But I don't get any cut of that hat. But it is on BedLife5.com as well if you're interested in ordering it from Amazon. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings to Dee Dee, and we had a big jump in the chat. Where are we? Where are we? Sorry about this. Rock Solid says, hope I'm not around to see the next full moon on Halloween. You don't want to be around in 2039, Rock Solid? You know, I don't know. 19 years, Mama Frey says she'll be here. And she's going to be dressed as an old lady. Oh, if Mama Frey's here, then I have to be here. So if I have to be here, you have to be here, Rock Solid. You're going to just have to do it. Dee Dee says, Captain Trek, hello, sir. Mountains of Elysium says, hail to Rock Solid. Mike Richard is saying hello to Mountains of Elysium. Dee Dee says hi to Mountains of Elysium as well. So does Rock Solid. Captain Trek saying hello to Dee Dee. And Rock Solid says, BedLife, the only good thing about Halloween is women dressing slutty. I don't know if it's the only good thing, but it is a good thing. Some women, slutty women, not good. Mountains of Rock Solid says, BedLife, remember to turn the clocks back Saturday night, Sunday morning, and take our country back from the leftists, communists on Tuesday. I don't know. One's going to be easier than the other, Rock Solid. Remember, our system that has never been wrong is predicting a Biden win, because the last member to join, we had a blue number 5 come up. Now, if somebody else becomes a member today or Monday, will be the last chance to flip it back to red. It's a 50-50 chance. But we've had 2 blue ones come up now, which is a pretty strong bet Biden's going to win. And this system has never, ever been wrong. So, I don't know, find a friend, buy a second subscription. I don't know what you got to do, but it's not good. It's not good. It's not looking good. Dee Dee says, Captain Track, hope your evening is better than your day was. So do I. If you had a bad day, Captain Track, I'm sorry to hear that. And Captain Track says, I trust it will be. Well, good for you. Good for you. Roxanne says, BedLife, remind your viewers that are looking for conservatives Trump to vote on 11-2 and Democrats, liberals, and communists vote on 11-9. That's the joke, is that Republicans vote on Tuesday and Democrats vote on Wednesday. That's the joke. That's how you do the joke. And that is fake news. And I don't want YouTube to come and take my stream down because I'm passing off fake election news. That is called a joke, YouTube. I am sure that even my liberal viewers were smart enough to understand that was a joke. The Bee's Nest Film says, yo, Qapla, Bee's Nest Films, good to see you. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings to Star Trek Nitpickers. Springtime. Says Bird of Prey, how's it going, buddy? And how is the bird family, your family, and the family of KDF Warship? I don't know who or what KDF Warship is, but my family is doing well. Thank you, Springtime. And Springtime says perhaps not the family of KDF Warships. Okay, well, then yeah, that's fine. Mountains of Elysium says greetings to the Bee's Nest film. Captain Track says hello to Springtime. Bee's Nest says hello to everybody. People are saying hello to everybody. Bee's Nest says quit crying. Springtime is asking Captain Track, how's it going? He's still homesick, or asking if Captain Track is still homesick. Mago says, is that Michael Burnham speaking? Oh, that was NephewOPrey speaking. Bee's Nest Film says Snowflakes. Rock Solid says Bird of Prey. NephewOPrey wasn't waiting online. She was waiting in a line. This is true. This is true. Yes, we are sorry Springtime is sick. Mountain Elysium says Biden put the wrong stickers up again. Oh, Joe, when will you learn? Bee's Nest says Biden is running against George Bush. This is what I heard as well. Mako says, so somebody went to vote and changed their vote because of a sticker? No, but if the rules say you're not supposed to have stickers within 100 feet, then you're not supposed to have the stickers within 100 feet. So they did the right thing by taking them down. It just seems like a lot of bother for very little reason. I mean, and what if somebody had written in paint, Biden in big letters? How would they fix that? What if it was too high for them to reach? Were they going to close the place to votes because somebody wrote Biden and nobody could reach it? No, I'm sure they would still allow the voting, but whatever. Well, I think if he stood outside, that might be okay, because that'd be free speech. No, you don't think they're allowed to stand outside the polling place? Roxod says, Bird of Prey, can you get a Trump doll and ask NephewOPrey to show you on the doll where Trump hurt her? No, I don't. I don't want to do that. Miss Londell's Groovy Movies Qapla, Miss Londell says, hashtag flaunt your Klingon weapons. I know, Miss Londell. I'd want to have it back there, but it's not going to happen until NephewOPrey's in college, I don't think. Or he has his own BedLife, and then we can battle. Captain Track says, sorry, NephewOPrey may believe one person will win, but only time will tell. Well, I think she's very concerned over who will win. I don't think she believes anybody has it wrapped up. Roxod says, Bird of Prey, in better news, did you see what I posted to the community tab about an hour ago? You can share to the stream. I don't think I did, but I will check it out. Rock Solid, let's see. What could Rock Solid have posted to the community tab? The community tab. Oh no, the algorithm has become a member and it's also blue. Oh no, thank you so much, the algorithm, for becoming a member of the channel. Qapla, welcome on board. Your new name to me, but oh no, it's blue again. That is 3 blues in a row. Oh, this system has never been wrong, and it's now got 3 votes in a row for Joe Biden. I promise you, it's a 50-50 chance. It was a flip of a coin chance that it could have been red. Rock Solid posted a guess what's coming for review, a chance to check out this PGRE 2019. It was amazing. He cannot wait to share it with all of us. Dragon's Lair, a retro looking Dragon's Lair game. That's cool, Rock Solid. I can't share it with the stream because this browser is not set up to go onto this and I'm not signed in under this account on the account that I'm a member of your stream. But very cool, Rock Solid. Let's see. Did I miss? Oh, go to our member setting and just see what happened. Let's see, memberships, see more. Yes, the algorithm has joined as a friend of Karoga, right? I believe. What's going on here? What's going on here? See all. Yes, the algorithm has joined as a friend of Karoga. Thank you so much again, the algorithm. Greatly appreciated. Oh, I am shocked. I'm a little worried that that's 3 blues in a row. 3 blues in a row. I guess we need to just start to get used to President Biden or President Harris. Either way, it's going to be President Harris. It is 5:23 p.m. Samuel, Qapla Samuel, NephewOPrey's friend. NephewOPrey just went inside, or I'll tell you were here, Sam. Sam says, I'm excited for November 9th when I stop getting ads, emails, and flyers for politics of any sort for a while. I'm getting at least 3 to 4 text messages a day but they think I'm in Georgia. They keep asking me if they count on my vote in Georgia. I don't understand. I don't want to write them back because I feel like it's a scam. But I just keep telling Google to block it as spam. I will be happy when the emails stop. But why would they keep going till the 9th? Shouldn't they stop on the 3rd or the 4th, Samuel? Unless I'm... I get the joke, but I don't. Okay, I'm a little confused to the 9th. Bees Nest says, Max Headroom incident all over again. Springtime says, don't listen to Alex Jones, even if it was NephewOPrey thinks he's American. Don't listen to Alex Jones, even if NephewOPrey thinks he's America's funniest comic. Springtime, Alex Jones was quite insightful to listen to, especially when Joe Rogan had fact-checked him every time he said something. The attendance is BedLife's discovery of episode 3, Titan Rant, is epic. Star Trek Discovery episode 3, Titan Rant. Fucking Titan, man. That episode literally made me physically sick yesterday. Physically sick for a good part of the day. It wasn't until the night that I started feeling better. And today, knock wood, I'm feeling okay. Now I know there are some people on this channel who absolutely enjoyed the episode and thought it was a thoroughly good episode. I don't understand how they can ignore the things I brought up, but if they can, more power to them. More power to them. I did get a couple of people, not people that come to the chat often, but people who left comments saying that they thought I was ranting just for ranting's sake, and I was purposely picking up things to hate about the episode. And one person just literally said, you're being a lot like Doomcock now and just, hating for hate's sake. And I took issue with it. I said, listen, believe me, nobody wants to like these episodes more than me. I was so happy when Star Trek Lower Decks episode 10 that we got a good episode, right? I came right out and I said, hey, this was a good episode. This was the best episode of Star Trek than Star Trek Enterprise. Nothing would make me more happy than to get up after a Discovery episode and say, hey guys, they did it. You know, lightning struck or whatever happened. We actually had a great Star Trek Discovery episode and things are good and I'm feeling good and I'm optimistic. Nothing would make me happier. And believe me, if I ever see such a Discovery episode, yeah, I'll be one of the first people online telling you about that. I don't want to make ranting videos where I rant and rave and I hear like I sound like a lunatic. Believe me, it's not lost on me that there's a grown man ranting on the internet about make-believe. It is not lost on me. But, you know, I'm a Star Trek fan. You're probably a Star Trek fan if you're watching this. So you know, like I know, that you're not going to get over and say, hey, it's make-believe, but still want to charge me $10 a month to watch it. Okay, and make millions and millions of dollars off of it. Okay, so if you acknowledge it's make-believe, but you're charging for it, then you damn well better make sure it makes sense with all the other make-believe you've done before that you've made billions and billions and billions of dollars off of, right? Because the money isn't make-believe. The money is real. So you better make sure the scripts make sense. Okay, if you've already said that certain aliens don't use dilithium and the dilithium blows up or becomes inert or you don't even know what happens to the dilithium, that's not my fault, that's your fault. So trust me, I don't want to hate on it, but when you give me crap, and listen, the two writers who wrote this apparently have never written sci-fi before in their lives. The only experience they had writing were crappy CW shows, okay? And I'll be honest, the CW is like the most garbage of garbage TV stations. I think History Channel has better writers than the CW. And that's the only experience the two people who wrote this episode had were writing for most garbage CW TV shows. So it was no surprise to me that they wrote garbage. What was a surprise is that Jonathan Frakes was able to make minimal story using his significant directing abilities. Because Jonathan Frakes is not a bad director. He doesn't, maybe he doesn't have the right to make changes to a story. Like, I don't know where director begins and writer's job ends. And maybe he can't make physical changes to the script because that's for writers to do, not directors. But my guess is whatever semblance of quality you might have seen in this episode, it was only due to the fact that Jonathan Frakes has so much experience directing previous Trek. And it was just like a case of the worst script going to a very good director. That's my guess. I don't know for sure, but that's what I assume happened. Too bad we couldn't have got a good script writer, like frankly, Mike McMahon. Mike McMahon, can you imagine Jonathan Frakes directing a Mike McMahon script that was honored or took into account actual previous canon? Now that would have been a really amazing episode, but that's not what we're getting. Probably the best writers are Goldsmith and Michelle Paradise, and they're not particularly good. And then the writers just get worse from there. So I don't know. I'm afraid we're going to have a long, awful season of Star Trek Discovery. Hey, D, Sam's on. I'm afraid we've got a long, terrible season of Star Trek Discovery coming up. But yeah, so your friend Sam, he said he's excited for November 9th when he stops getting ads, emails, and flyers for politics of any sort for a while.
Hopefully.
Yes, hopefully, indeed.
Hopefully tanks aren't rolling down the street by then.
No.
To go either way. But I'm sure they'll consider the Siemens people and McDonald's potential No, even if we're in the midst of a civil war,
Yes,
rest assured you'll still get your McRib.
as long as Uber Eats and DoorDash are delivering, even if it's a
There'll be
civil
orders to
war.
continue.
Yeah.
You
You
can
can still
eat your
get your McRib.
out the window.
Maybe watching it on Twitter.
Yeah, probably.
Honestly, I was surprised that a Trump rally went just a block past me today.
Oh, was that what you guys were talking about?
Yeah, there was a Trump rally. It started in Douglaston, went down Northern Boulevard, up Francis Lewis, and to Whitestone.
Join your people?
I didn't go join my people.
Didn't have time
No, I just didn't have the desire.
there.
If I could walk and defend myself, then yes, I'd have been out there. But in my current condition, I'm just a big target. Pandemic,
I hope you're not a big target. I hope people would.
No, I'm a giant target.
Think it would be the.
They're attacking children, Diana, her sister.
They.
More, okay, it's happened in New York.
At the Trump rally? Trumpers?
Yeah.
Ages.
No.
That.
At the Trump rallies, children were attacked. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Antifa smashed in windows and spray painted people's faces. Okay. See, I'm being marginalized. 9. Oh God. This is not made for compelling YouTube. I just want you to know.
Pick a better subject. All right, so the
Costco
stopped selling certain brand of coconut water.
Oh yeah, Costco stopped selling some type of brand of coconut water because the company that was selling it was accused of using
Forced
monkey labor. They were forcing monkeys to pick coconuts.
I mean, I imagine they were picking.
I guess. I mean, I don't think they were using monkeys to load trucks.
I think they were marketing.
The marketing? You think that's what it is? The monkeys are replying to the tweets. Every time you tweeted so-and-so coconut water, a monkey was just pressing something to give you a form reply.
There we go.
I gotta find out what this coconut water is and start buying it. Not that I'm a coconut water fan.
Well, listen, if they were being cruel to the monkey, animal cruelty.
How could you be cruel to a monkey? Monkeys can kill you.
I mean,
monkeys ripped off that woman's face and her hands and her feet and the guy's genitals. Monkeys are like killing machines.
If they know better. That one poor monkey on video the other day couldn't even figure out how to get his own whipped cream. He could get a bowl and he could get the whipped cream, but he had tiny little monkey hands and he took both hands to hold the whipped cream. So he couldn't even figure out how to hit.
I've seen monkeys fly nuclear bombers, okay? Monkeys can be taught to fly nuclear bombers.
Monkeys can be oppressed.
Virgil fly. Virgil fly.
Don't act out.
I don't know. The monkeys.
Dogs can be oppressed.
The monkeys are going to take over one day. I saw it in a movie. I saw it. Not Sassy.
Yeah.
Don't tell her. Sassy.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't rip out a throat, Sassy. Saul Leibowitz is Qapla BedLife. Qapla Saul says, if I left North Caroga, traveling at 7 tillies per hour heading south, at what time would I realize that Michael Burnham is the bestest ever? I would be at 3/4 to Lorca. Mr. Lundell says, if Biden wins, I'm moving to Canada. Don't say that, Mr. Lundell, because, we make fun of people who said that when a certain other person won and they didn't move to Canada. And we know you're not moving to Canada, Mr. Lundell.
That guy.
The Bee's Nest says they got polls wrong in 2016. They did. But I think they've probably made the alterations for that now. Mountain Elysium says 200 billion Biden voters in Connecticut can't be wrong. They're even counting the votes of Clovis people filled out on their behalf. The Clovis people filled out on their behalf.
That guy he wouldn't have been staying in. What hotel were we in for your birthday? We were just there because we thought it was
The
cool.
Luxor?
Because the elevator.
Yeah, the Luxor.
The Luxor is not exactly.
No, the Luxor is not one of the fanciest
It is not.
hotels. So why? What's the question?
The point is, when we were in
Vegas.
Your birthday.
Right. Yes.
For your birthday.
Right.
And
this was.
And I got in the elevator, and it was a middle-aged white gentleman in a suit talking to I don't remember who, and just me. And he was like, "Yeah, it's Obama. Time to move to Mexico. Hide all the money." And then he turned around and saw me standing there, as if you could ever miss a person in an elevator, and like jumped. And then we all got out.
So he probably went to Mexico.
But if he had any money,
he wouldn't have been saying Luxor. Well, maybe that's why he saved his money. The algorithm says I'm always watching. Oh, I don't know if I should be if I should thank you, or if that's some type of, because you're the algorithm, that's why you're always watching. Carlos is Bird of Prey. I'm so glad that I finally got actual chat with you today. Hail Kuroga. Hail Kuroga. And yes, for those who don't know, Carlo was actually on the panel. He was actually on the stream. He was actually on the stream chat on the soup, on Jedi Bill's soup this morning. Jedi Bill 797 channel does an overnight stream almost every night. And Carlo was on when I woke up. I got to speak to Carlo person to person. Springtime says, Bird of Prey, have you seen the new episode of The Mandalorian? No, Springtime. I'm not watching The Mandalorian. I'll probably binge the first 2 seasons once the second season ends. But I'm only barely into Star Wars, so I didn't feel any need to watch it. And for a half-hour episode, there was only 8 episodes. I'll wait till the season's over, and then I'll binge the first 2 seasons back to back. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing any Mandalorian reviews, at least not until season 2 is over. Captain Track says hello to Samuel. The intendant says, Bird, what you said about Saturn and Titan was true. Shows have to have an internal logic. Absolutely, they do. And they also have to have a basic logic in fact. I mean, today, without special equipment, we can send and get signals back from Titan. You don't need any special long distance equipment to get signals from Titan. God forbid, if we had a human colony on Titan and they had an emergency, they wouldn't need any fancy equipment to send a signal to Earth. All they would need would be a radio antenna pointed at the direction of Earth, and our satellites would be able to receive the signal. It would take a few hours. Okay, it wouldn't be real time back and forth communication, but certainly enough to receive a message that, hey, there's an emergency, send help. Not saying we could send a message into the future, but you kind of can. Yes, you've always been able to. Right, you just don't know if anybody's going to be there to receive it, is the thing. Springtime says, Bird of Prey, I accept that you're a full-grown man. The question is, are you afraid to cry just to promise me and us that you're not going to go down in History Channel TV show rabbit hole? I've already gone down the History Channel TV show rabbit hole. Ancient aliens, alien whatever, UFOs. Well, H2 shut down 5-6 years ago. I was a bigger fan of H2. This is true. And then Viceland came and took it over. And then Vice became my eternal mortal enemy. But now Vice is filing for bankruptcy, I hear. So, Qapla. Squatches. I think the aliens and the Squatches have been working together to rig the election for Joe Biden. Aravic Sandas is Qapla, BedLife. Are we still watching Gremlins tomorrow? I'm not going to give Squatches the vote over my cold dead body. Yes, Gremlins is still the movie for tomorrow, Arabic Sonder. We're going to be doing Cinema Saturday for Halloween, and we'll be watching Gremlins. And I know Gremlins takes place during Christmas, but we're going to treat it as a Halloween movie. Roxanne says, BedLife, come on. That episode of Discovery was bad, but it was leaps and bounds better than anything on Lower Decks. No, it was not. Lower Standards. Lower Standards had better episodes, far better episodes than Discovery. Thomas says, Rock Solid, you are crazy. He is crazy. Rock Solid says, no, Thomas, my mother had me tested. Well, you need to be tested again, Rock Solid. Springtime says, BedLife, jokes aside, I think that good Star Trek is going to be Red Dwarf, like animated, for a while, and the live action series are going to be a bad joke. Yeah, well, I am not surprised. The Wes Moody webcast with a $2 super chat. Qapla, Wes Moody webcast says, was this week's STD the worst episode so far? It was the worst episode of season 3. I'll tell you that much. Thank you, Wes Moody, again. It was the worst episode of season 3. To be honest, compared to previous 2 seasons, it was probably as bad as your average season 1 episode. Season 2 Discovery was on average slightly better than season 1. So I would say that this episode was as bad as your average season 1 episode. Most of season 2 and even the first 2 episodes of season 3 were slightly better than season 1. This is the worst episode in a long time. We'll put it that way. Ozzy says, hello, BedLife. How are things? Happy Halloween. Qapla, Ozzy. Not bad, and happy Halloween to you. It's a little early for Halloween, but I figured if I didn't use the pumpkin graphic today, we'd never get to use it. Captain Track says, car wreck disc ovary. Car wreck disc ovary. Thomas Potts says, rock solid. She is used in Krogan test. Its failure rate is 86%. Miss Londell's Groovy Movie says, Joe Biden supporters are attacking children. Not surprised at all. Most of them are cowards anyway. Rock Solid says, Thomas, stop believing those shitty Turtistani lies. Springtime says, BedLife, so you were in the news again about your monkey slaves. No, they're not my monkey slaves. We use orphans, not slaves or monkeys. Thomas says, Rock Solid Productions, but I said it. Miss Londell says, coconut water comes from the center of a coconut. I'm aware. Project X, yes, Carlo. Project X was the movie with the monkeys. Rock Solid says, BedLife, if it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. Even if it has a monkey kind of shape. If it doesn't have a tail, it's not a monkey. If it doesn't have a tail, it's an ape. And the attendant puts in a monkey face and some other picture. Rock says, Thomas, so you've gone native. I'm so sorry for you. And Thomas is getting angry. Springtime says, BedLife, just remember that you need to have NephewOPrey with you. Using your monkey slaves, only she and MomOPrey can fight a rogue monkey. Are you going to fight a rogue monkey? I don't know. Captain Track says, good luck to Miss Londell crossing the border. Rock Solid wants Dear Bop. Yosef, greetings from the future. Qapla, Yosef, greetings. Thomas says hello to Captain Trank. Yosef says, I fell asleep and missed the stream. No, we still haven't gotten to Dear Bop, Yosef. Still have a good part of the stream left to go. Pflugerville says, greetings, Bop Bots. Applause, Pflugerville. Springtime says, BedLife, just remember that Badgie is always monitoring communication. Absolutely. Thomas Potts says, Bird would rather watch Discovery instead of The Mandalorian because he thinks Burnham is hot. No, but that new woman who they have on the bridge who took over for Ariam, she's not bad. I don't know her name, but... Roxanne says, BedLife, The Mandalorian is not a 30-minute episode. It's 45 plus minutes each episode. It blows away a new track out of the water. Really? Is it 45 minutes? I heard they were like 28 minutes. That's good. Thomas is okay. Rock Solid isn't completely crazy. And Captain Track says hello to Thomas. We got Wes Moody super chat. Thank you again, Wes Moody. Wes Moody says, I also have to give it a 2 out of 10. Yeah, it was a 2 out of 10 episode. Not Ryan Johnson says, sorry to Mountains of Elysium. Wes Moody says, are we in an alternate universe? And is this an alternate universe, Mikey Spock? Or are the STD writers too lazy and dumb for that? We're not in an alternate universe. Because the Federation exists and I mean, there shouldn't be a Federation in the alternate universe at all. Like, let's say the mirror universe, there shouldn't be anything in the mirror universe. There shouldn't be anything like the Federation in the mirror universe. Is it possible that they're in the mirror universe and don't know it? I suppose. But I would think they would figure out their history, right? I think their history would go back and they would know that they wasn't always the Federation, that the Terran Empire was once a thing. And I think after a year of being in the universe, Michael would have realized it wasn't the right universe. Unless she's just incredibly stupid all of a sudden. Yes, Nielsen, that's her name. Thank you, Wes Moody. Springtime says, BedLife, the new blonde woman on the bridge was in the previous actress. Yes, she was a previous actress to play the cyborg woman, and apparently, from what I heard, her makeup wasn't, she was getting allergic to her makeup. And that's one of the reasons they decided to kill off her character as a robot, and they brought her back as a human. Although it's not the same person, it's just the same actress playing two different characters. Joseph says the blonde is not new. Yes, she was in season 2. But you see, Joseph, that's the whole thing. She seemed new. If she was in all of season 2, but she didn't make any impression, didn't recognize her, didn't remember her, they didn't do a good job of it. Which is another problem that this show has. Like, they'll bring in characters, like we had Jet Reno, and we had Dr. Colbert, and we had the security, the Benzonite security woman, and they all were pretty heavy in the last episode, in episode 2, and then none of them even show up in episode 3. They're not in the show at all. Why? Why do they not get a single line? Why are they not even in the background? They're just not in the episode at all. You would think we would have seen them. It makes no sense that 3 of the main characters from the previous episode simply aren't around for an entire episode. It makes no sense. Robert Rose Jr. Qapla says, hello today, BedLife, MamaPrey, and Sassy. I found out today on YouTube that reimagined Power Rangers TV series and a movie are coming. I shudder to think what they've reimagined nowadays. So do I. Though, to be honest, Power Rangers was a little bit after I grew out of Power Rangers. It was a little old for Power Rangers when it came out. My cousin Dibs, he was younger than me. He was in Power Rangers. I wasn't so much. And we got a $2 Canadian super chat, $2 Canadian super chat from Alexander, Qapla Alexander, friend of the channel.
It's a fake.
It's a fake. Alexander says Asian Muslim wife born in the USSR is the best choice. I'm starting to believe you, Alexander. I'm gotta send away for that catalog. Wes Moody is betting on Incredibly Stupid for the crew. Yeah, definitely. Rock Solid says Bird of Prey. The Disco Riders went full anti-Trump in this episode, coming off as Earth First zealots. Yeah, I mean there was quite a few very subtle hints that were given. You had Michael Burnham physically attacking the patriarchy in her combat simulation battle, where she does like a little uppercut and like this big guy goes flying through the air like he just got hit by a scorpion uppercut in Mortal Kombat. It was ridiculous. There was that. There was the fact that George Yu kicked Wen, brought him down, and pulled off his helmet in a couple seconds, and he turned out to be just another dude. You know, all the men of a particular color who were seemingly straight, they were all the bad guys. And of course, all the people who were not that were, of course, the good people. I would say good guys, but none of them were men. They were all women. Just the way it is in the future, I guess. Although, for the Earth, as hard as it was for me to accept that Earth had built a wall around the planet, it seemed to work. I mean, for what we did see of Earth, it was a paradise. Earth's people seemed to want for nothing. It was a beautiful place to live. The trees, the air, the ground, everything was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If we could live in that paradise with a wall around us, I mean, what's really the big deal? I honestly not sure they really understood what they were showing. Now, if they had turned Earth into a disaster where people were constantly, needing stuff because they didn't have any trade and people were sick and, there was disease and stuff, then I could understand. But they actually showed a utopia functioning inside a wall with no real, they were safe. There was nobody going to attack them. They actually did a pretty good job of showing an isolationist paradise. So I really don't understand what message they were trying to send. Thomas Potts says, don't you mean Janet Reno? No, Janet Reno was the Attorney General under William Jefferson Clinton, president. Jet Reno is the character in Star Trek Discovery played by the comic, who I don't forget her name, but she reminds us that she's a lesbian every time she's on camera. Wes Moody says Jet Reno was taking care of patients while Kober and Stamets were making out. And no, Jet Reno had terrible back pain. She really couldn't do much of anything. Rock Solid says Bird of Prey, Voltron, greater than Power Rangers. Absolutely it was. Not Ryan Johnson says Bird of Prey, the perfect Halloween movie, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It honestly isn't that bad of a Halloween movie. If we hadn't watched it already, we could have put it as a Halloween movie. Wes Moody podcast says, as an explanation for why Reno was in episode 3. There's no explanation. There's no explanation. She should have been there to hug Michael Burnham Dr. Colbert should have been there to hug Michael Burnham, and the Benzonite security woman should have been following Georgiou around, if nothing else. If nothing else. And Dr. Scotty with a $5 super chat. Qapla, Dr. Scotty, thank you so much. And says, what's your go-to Halloween candy? We give the candy away first that I don't eat. So, like Three Musketeers and Goobers, and I don't know what else is in our bag of candy, but we tend to hold on to the Twix and the M&Ms. And we got a new subscriber, Daniel F. Qapla, Daniel F. If you're on the chat, welcome. And if you're not on the chat, welcome anyway. I'm getting another decent run at subscribers since we had the now the third Star Trek Discovery review up, and they're doing pretty well for the channel. So we are getting some new blood. So very cool to see the new people come in. But Dr. Scotty, basically we give away the candy I won't eat first. And then if we get to the part that we have to keep giving away candy, then we'll give away the more quality candy, like M&Ms, Hershey's chocolates, Twix, Snickers, Reese's peanut butter cups, and the like. Let's see. Springtime says, Bird of Prey, you can't talk about weird TV series idea. I mean, Power Rangers sounds like a really sick and wrong show, probably not family friendly. Well, it worked. It worked. Springtime says, make Earth great again. Yeah. Actually, Saru almost said to the letter that he was going to make the Federation great again. Mifka. But he said something like, we're going to make the Federation strong, or rebuild the Federation, whatever he said. Basically, it's Mifka. Mega, yells Wes Moody. Make Earth great again. Mega. Yeah, that's true. That's probably going to be the rallying call around Earth. But I think they're leaving Earth, so I don't think we're going to get back to Earth for a long time. Rock Solid is Dear Bop. Dear Bop. We'll get to Dear Bop soon. We'll get to Dear Bop. The Intendant says, getting a strong Brexit vibes from the EDF commander. Yeah, basically Brexit and, U.S. building a wall type vibes. Thomas says, you somewhat loyal Kurogan Matthew called her Janet Reno. You're somewhat loyal. Listen, if Matthew called her Janet Reno, that's his prerogative. Yosef says, you are describing a USA like a paradise. So if the elections end up as you would like to, you have the basement ready. I'm moving over. If you want to come over, Yosef, you can. We'll find a place for you. I hope you don't mind working in the mines. Jedi Bill says, hello, Bird of Prey, Qapla, Warrior, Hail Kuroga. Hail Kuroga, and Janet Reno donated $1. Janet Reno says, hello, my old friend. I heard you talking about me. I can never thank you enough for your advice on the attack in Waco. Remember, women who don't vote Democrat don't matter. Absolutely, Janet Reno. And heads up, really good job on that Elian Gonzalez thing. God forbid we let him stay in the country that his mother died to bring him to. Big props to you for sending him back to Cuba, where he became a propaganda tool for the government. But yeah, that's just what the type of thing you were meant to do, Janet. So good for you. Good for you. Springtime says, Bird of Prey, make the Federation great again. Yes, Mifka. And Joseph Pedrick says, everybody sees politics in this show. He just sees good sci-fi. Good for you, Joseph. I am truly, truly happy that you can enjoy the show so much. I really am. Honestly, there's no ulterior motive. I can't, but I'm glad you can. I'm glad somebody can. Now, I know Starfleet Boy and the other people on that channel liked it too, but for whatever reason, most of the people I deal with on a day-to-day basis didn't. The Intendant says, Bird, you should plug your Star Trek shows on Twitter more with hashtag. I know for a fact that brought more Fox to Gary's chats in the early days. More folks to Gary's chat in the early days. Thank you, the Intendant. I'll do my best. I try to put it up like literally every live stream and every video I do. I guess I don't always use the right hashtags, but I do put on Twitter. I got a hashtag better. Thank you. I will keep it in mind. Springtime says, Bird of Prey, what will you do if you lose your monkey slaves that NephewOPrey and MomOPrey work so hard for? We'll get new monkey slaves. Maybe alpaca slaves. I don't care. Orangutans, whatever we need. Koalas. We'll get some koalas. Mr. Lodell is taken aback at that good sci-fi. But hey, it happens. Listen, it's all up. It's all up for debate. It's all up for debate. So let's go ahead and get ready for some Dear Bops, because I know Rock Solid is really, really waiting for them. Yes, Rock Solid, over an hour in, and here we finally get to the Dear Bops. And NephewOPrey is here in case I make any terrible, terrible decisions on a Dear Bop. Okay. Let's see. Dear Bop, my friend has gallstones or something like this going on. I do not know what to say to make your friend feel better. Will it make him feel better if I lie and say he has become more handsome as part of the disease and recovery process? Should I tease him? My friend asked me to smile when I have a sinus headache, and during those rare brief passing moments when I hate my life. Eastland Burkholder. Eastland, you don't have to put out your name, but if you want to, that's fine. Your friend has gallstones. Well, from what I've heard, it's a painful condition. I do know a couple of people that had their gallbladder removed from gallstones. They don't seem any worse for the wear after getting that done. If that's something he has to have done, then I just hope he has a safe and quick operation. But if it's just a matter of dealing with the gallstones, yeah, you should make a little fun of them. I think a little humor is probably best. The thing is, when people are like that, I don't think they want to be treated differently for the most part. Treat them like you would whether he was sick or not, at least in terms of friendly banter. If he actually needs help with something, then that's something different. Of course, help your friend if he asks for help, or even if he doesn't ask for help. If there's some way you can help him and it's within your power to do so, then definitely do so. But in terms of the day-to-day conversations and the chat, don't change. Just be the same person you've always been. That's probably what he's expecting and wants you to be. That's honestly, for my friends, most of them pretty much just stayed the same, and that was the best thing. That was the best thing. Springtime says, Bird of Prey, not joking. You can't have koala fights in the slave arena. Says who? I'm God Emperor of Karoga. If I want to have koala fights in the slave arena, we'll have koala fights in the slave arena. By the way, the slave arena wasn't the place. We don't make slaves fight. That would be awful and wrong and terrible. It's called the slave arena because it was built by slaves, not because we make slaves fight there. Just to clear it up. Because I know people are going to be saying, you make slaves fight. No, that's not true. That is bullcrap. That's not true. Mountains of Elysium says, wait, Bird of Prey. The monkey workers have lost their jobs picking coconuts. They will have to go back to the typewriters and start writing Shakespeare. Yes. Unfortunately, the monkey workers, they were happy to be working outside. Now they're going to have to be put back and they're going to be chained to a chair to 1,000 typewriters for 1,000 years until one of them writes the greatest book ever written. Dear Bop, I appreciate that, but maybe you're looking out for your interests just a little bit more. I mean, you shouldn't be asking people to come down here and pay the freight on something they paid. It still ain't good enough. I mean, you think that's right? I mean, maybe you're doing your job, but you got to stop me from doing mine. Because if you're willing to go through all the battling, and you got to go through to get where you want to get, who's got the right to stop you? I mean, if some of you guys got something you've never finished, something you really wanted to do, something you never said to someone, something, and you're told no, even if it's your paid dues. Who's got the right to tell you that? Who? Nobody. It's your right to listen to your gut. If it ain't nobody's right to say no after you earn that right to be where you want to be and do what you want to do. You know, the older I get, the more things I gotta leave behind. That's life. The only thing I'm asking you guys to do is leave on the table. It's what's right. Rocky. I was pretty sure it was Rocky about halfway through. Yeah, he has a funny way of talking, that Rocky. Pretty unique. Yeah, NephewOPrey, it's Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa. Greatest fictional boxer of all time. Dear Bop, I sit here and I'm completely overwhelmed by life yet again. We had our power turned off today because I've been able to juggle things in the right way and couldn't pay it. I cashed in the last of my savings so that we could keep the lights on. My spouse just doesn't get it. Their lack of contribution to the household is putting unbearable stress on me. I can't even unwind for a little bit when I get home. Then it's my time to give my spouse a break from the kids and the dogs. I get needing to have a bit of time to recoup and relax. After dealing with that all day, that's why I also need a break. I go to work, come home, deal with my spouse and the rest of the family. Then all of a sudden it's 10:30 and the only relaxation and decompression I get is being unconscious. And that doesn't even do that well because my spouse insists on the dog sharing the bed and they push me out. As I write this, the kids are still awake at 11 p.m. I need to use the bathroom and my spouse is playing stupid games on her mobile. My spouse is on Easy Street, paved by my hard work and stress. I lost my night job working desktop support last week because I can never get just 2 hours a night here and there to log on. I'm tired, I'm pissed, I'm hurt. One of the reasons I don't wear a seatbelt during my 45-minute commute to and from work, if something happens, I just hope it's quick. I want to be done with everything. They say God never gives you more than you can handle. Well, BS to that. No advice needed, just needed to vent. I'm tired, so very tired.
You need.
Hmm?
He needs some.
You need some advice,
Yeah.
huh?
Can't live like that. You got to make your mental well-being a priority. Sounds like there is some with your spouse that needs to be worked out. There's a lot of anger that's said. because you're deeply sick. It's not okay to live your life.
SISOPrey says to involve a counselor because you're deeply sad and it's not okay. Now, I know that probably means spending more money that you don't have. SISOPrey insists it will fix itself. I assume she means pay for itself.
I mean, once you realize there are more options.
That's once you realize there's more options.
I think, and living is not your best option.
I agree. Living miserably is not a good option. And something's got to give. The fact that you're telling me you drive to work without a seatbelt on the hopes that you die quickly if it does come, that's a red alert. Okay, that's a bad sign. That's a serious sign that you need some help. And I know it's going to be hard to believe because I'm bedbound, but I understand what you're saying. Being so busy, no time to decompress. People dependent on you, and you're working and working and working, and you question if anybody even acknowledges or realizes what you're doing for them. I get it. But you have a family. This is, I don't say the life you chose, but this is the life you're in, and those are the cards you are dealt. And you should immediately start wearing your seatbelt, if nothing else, just because you owe it to your family to be able to continue to support them.
It's not untrue. It's just that everything he said smacks of being overwhelmed with supporting his family, which is an overwhelming thing to have to do. So kind of putting it and saying, well, the reason should be more family obligation. I feel like a lot of the way things are phrased here are obligatory, and that is overwhelming, as opposed to there being choice. Being like, hey, there was a time I liked spending time with my spouse, and that was actually decompressing. I liked spending time with my family, and that was quality time. And it doesn't seem like that's the case anymore. Which usually when that happens, it means there's a lot of things that maybe went unsaid or got said, but didn't go your way. And that usually means someone is resentful. They're withdrawing. They're withdrawing from their own things that they used to love, their own family, spouse, their own kids. Not that they don't love them, but it becomes an obligation rather than a joy. And it sounds like that's the point that he's at. And I think that often happens. There are some communication. It may or may not be that. Look, it sounds like there's a lot of resentment of the spouse. I'm not saying it means the spouse is for you, but I am saying that there is something there that needs to. You can't keep doing it the way you're doing it. So it seems like whatever choices you're making that have put you in this situation, you feel like they're just the choices you have to make, that you're trapped. You can't do this because then you'd be a bad person. You can't, do that. You have to do this because you have to. You have more options than you think. But it's going to start with some real, probably painful, honest conversations. And the conversations themselves will be difficult, but they need to be had and walked through. Because I think sometimes when things look good on paper, like, oh, I have a spouse, I have a family, I have a job or part of a job or something, I shouldn't be upset. And so my life is good. And you try to convince yourself your life is good, but you're miserable. It doesn't matter that maybe it should look that way on paper. If you're miserable, you have to be able to identify the fact that you're miserable and know that you're worth it to make whatever waves you have to make. Get yourself out of that situation. It's not helping anybody, and it's a bad. Kids pick up on that kind of thing. It's a bad example set for them as well. So if you start telling yourself, "Oh, I'm doing it for them," it's actually going to have a long-term effect on them as well. So don't tell yourself that. You got to just face it and go through it. And it may be a rough patch, obviously, but there's no way around it.
I would say that probably the time of choices has ended. At this point, it's living with the choices that have been
That is
made.
not true at all. Oh, that kind of thinking is what puts them in a situation. And sometimes it's not as much change as you think that you need to make the situation happy, but sometimes people avoid saying what they need to say because of that. They think, oh, why should I say this? So and so is not going to listen. It's not going to change anything. And, I'm against, I don't believe in divorce or something like that. So there's no point in even speaking up about the fact that I'm hurting. That's not true. That's not true. Whether or not you wind up at the crossroads deciding whether or not divorce is for you may or may not happen, but you've got to take all the steps to say, I'm not speaking up about these things that are bothering me. And we've got to get there.
Now, I would definitely suggest talking to the spouse. Obviously, the spouse needs to be brought into this. If she
I
doesn't,
think that a third person needs to be there because there were some things like he's got this resentment that his spouse is on easy street. That may or may not be how she feels about her life. So there seems to be probably a lack of respect for both partners with each other. And that in itself is very hard to navigate on your own. Really, it's very hard to resolve an issue when that's underlying it. And a third party can really kind of help.
But the spouse could also end up running away with the marriage counselor to a beach somewhere.
You could end up running away with anyone, anywhere. This isn't preventing it. This chasm is only making it worse.
Just find the ugliest dude marriage counselor you can find. Okay? Do not find a woman and do not find an attractive guy. Then you'll be all set. Not Ryan Johnson says Vertebrae is giving out Halloween candy. Is giving out Halloween circus peanuts, dots, Mary Jane's, bit of honey, double bubble, Nico wafers, pennies, and any other bottom of the barrel candy that he can get his hands on. Candy corn, nerds, outdated Pez. Yes. Bill Clinton and Bill Cosby Pez dispensers. That's what we're gonna give out for Halloween. Honestly, though, to guy who's overworked and underappreciated, probably counseling is probably your best bet. I understand it's going to be hard, it's going to be expensive, and it's only going to make things worse in the short term, but hopefully better in the not too long term. Is that a fair assessment, NephewOPrey?
Yeah, it may or may not make things worse, but it might, but it still needs to be faced. I think the only reason people are usually kind of not facing it is because they downplay their current situation as not that bad, and it is that bad. So you do have to face it and walk through whatever may happen and come out the other side. Because frankly, those things suck. They really do, and it's no way to live your life every day. But those things are also not insurmountable. There are problems that people have that can't be, like, there is no change. It is impossible. Medical conditions, so on and so forth. You're a healthy enough person that you're going to work and you were able to have kids and you're able to get a wife and so on and so forth, then you can transform your life into something happy. You have the ingredients to get there. So please don't waste that.
Dear Bop, how can you cause yourself to have a heart attack? Well, one way is by electrocuting yourself. Now, if you get a power extension cord and you cut it and then plug it into the wall and then you touch the two pieces of conductor with opposite hands so it goes through your whole body, you got probably like a 10% chance of it inducing a heart attack. So if you keep touching it enough, you could probably stop your own heart after a while. I think so.
Is that like the paddles?
If you have, no, not, oh, it's kind of, but. No, it's not recommended. I'm just saying if you had to do
I
it.
think he was thinking of like more sarcastic things, like blah blah blah.
Oh, sarcastic.
Heart attack.
Oh, if you have 100 eggs.
So that's not sarcastic. See,
100 eggs with butter. That might help.
okay.
Deliciousness. If you go to like a diner and just ask for lard, a bucket of lard, and take it home.
It'll take a while.
Well, but it'll be delicious. It'll take a while, but it'll be delicious.
Okay, so this is what we need to talk about.
Yes, that's so pretty.
I feel like mommy was probably taking it.
But
Sold this mix of candy.
she got bad candy.
Well, they put the winners in with the not winners. And I feel like this particular mix, usually they throw in one or two not winners. It's okay.
I don't understand what a not winner is.
All right. Reese's peanut butter cup. Winner. I don't particularly like chocolate and peanut butter, but people like that. That's a winner.
Winner.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat, that's a clear winner. Okay.
All right. Now this is the problem. There's 6 things in this bag. Those 2 are the clear winners.
Okay.
I would say these next 2, arguably, Almond Joy, if you like
Almond Joy is garbage.
No, I think it's a winner.
I
think it's a winner, but
fine, put it in the winner category. NephewOPrey and NephewOPrey like winner. Plain Hershey is a winner.
It's a medium.
It's a winner. Okay.
I don't know if it's a winner.
It's a winner.
We got 2 winners.
Listen, if you got to put Almond Joy in the winner category, I get to put Hershey in the catalog.
Milk Duds?
Milk Duds is garbage.
Garbage. You should only have 1 garbage.
See, Milk Duds are what we're going to give away first.
No,
There's 2 Milk Duds in here. There's
just
2 Milk Duds.
Better. They put Whoppers.
What the fuck is a Whopper?
They're disgusting. They're worse than
These are not Burger King, I'll tell you that.
So there's only 2.
Does this say this is not even food?
Okay. And then everything else is mediocre.
This unit is not
bad.
for individual sale.
Whoppers are malted milk balls.
The original malted milk ball.
Camera.
Oh, I don't want to try a Whopper.
Whopper.
I don't
and
want
then
to.
you have a Milk Dud, and you'll be like, "Oh, the Milk Dud's not so bad," but it is because before I showed you the
This is
Whopper,
disgusting.
you were like, "The Milk Dud is the clear loser."
No, I don't want to eat a. I don't want to eat a
I
Whopper.
want you to eat a Whopper and a Milk Dud.
Only if I get paid to do it, because that's what happened. So super chat
I'm
me.
just saying, I feel like
I'll eat it.
taken advantage of.
I'll eat a Whopper. No, the reason why we
mix of
bought the
candy.
crappy candy was so we would give it away at Halloween.
The poor little kids.
Oh yeah, I'll give the. No, I'm going to ask the kids. I was like, kids, are your mommies and daddies voting for Trump or Biden? And if they say Biden, they're getting Whoppers and Milk Duds. And if they say Trump, they're going to get Kit Kats and Reese's.
Predominant shitty.
Dear Bop, I have a friend that has been abused in the past. She is an amazing person, but has trouble dealing with what she has been through. Can you give me any advice as how I can help her deal with it to help her be able to deal with everyday things? She began to open up to me and I like her a lot, and would love to have her feel comfortable with me. Jedi Bill says Whoppers are good. Springtime says, Dear Bop, how do I avoid going crazy, being sick and home? I've been home for over 2 weeks so far. I'll get back to you, Springtime. But to the person who asked, I have a friend who's been abused in the past. She's an amazing person, but has trouble dealing with what she's been through. Well, I can only speculate as to what she's been through, but obviously a lot of patience, a lot of understanding. Don't make her feel comfortable. Don't no, I said make her feel comfortable. Don't be too hands-on. And give her time.
Don't disagree with anything you're saying. Finish.
I was pretty much finished.
The other thing that's very, very hard about, I'm just going to go with trauma, because it could be abuse or anything. There are a lot of things that cause trauma. Yeah. Is that the person has to be ready to face it and ready to deal with it. And it is not something you can do for them. You can be there for them if they decide to walk that path, and you can tell them that. And again, it's one of those things like anything else. Like we're saying, gets a little worse before it gets better. You do have to kind of confront the issues, and there's a bit of reliving them before you release them. That can happen, and you can, again, you can offer to be there should she take that path. But you can't fix it for her. Nothing you can do will fix it for her. So sometimes it is very hard to be friends with, date either someone who has trauma, especially if they're not ready to deal with it, because you just kind of watch them relive it over and over and not move through it. And it can get to the point where you start taking it personally, like there's something wrong with you, or they're, disregarding your feelings because of it sometimes, and you're on the back burner. It can get pretty tricky. So you have to keep remembering it's not about you in any way, shape, or form, and always take yourself out of it. None of it is personal, but it's also not a license to treat someone badly just because they were going through something. So don't make excuses for them either. And don't think you can fix them or heal them, because that's the hardest part. All you can do is offer to be there and, give a gentle idea now and then about what you think might help, and ultimately it has to be up to them.
One great movie on how to deal with things like that is Forrest Gump.
Jenny.
Yeah. You've got a Jenny. You've got to be a Forrest. Don't get AIDS. But be there for the day she wants to go home and throw rocks at her trailer. Dr. Scotty says, BedLife, seeing Biden winning on Tuesday would be enough to give a heart attack. It very well could be, Dr. Scotty. It very well could be. So Springtime says, how do you avoid going crazy, being stuck home? Springtime, start a YouTube channel. Start a YouTube channel and just start talking to people in live streams. It'll work. It worked for me. I didn't go crazy. I didn't go crazy. I've been stuck home for 11 years. I'm perfectly sane. I'm the God Emperor of Karoga. I'm perfectly sane. John Araki with the $1 super chat. Qapla, John Araki. Thank you so much. Jedi Bill says, hello, SisOPrey, MomOPrey, NephewOPrey, CharlieOPrey. Aw, thank you, Jedi Bill. And thank you, John Araki, for your super chat. Jedi Bill knows I'm wearing Jedi Bill told me this morning it's Coca-Cola shirt day. MomOPrey reminded me, Jedi Bill, I'd forgotten. MomOPrey says, what shirt did I want? I said, I didn't care. I said, maybe the DS9 shirt. She's like, oh no, it's Coca-Cola shirt. It's Red Shirt Friday. And I was like, oh, yep, you were right. She brought it out. So MomOPrey saved the day. Dear Bop, thanks for all you do, Bird. Oh, thank you. And thank you guys for all you guys do coming here and, putting in the Dear Bops and keeping me, keeping me feeling like I'm doing something worthwhile. And then, of course, to everybody who helps support the channel, and even people who just they give a like, or they share the stream, or whatever they do. You tweet it out. It's a great help. Thank you to all of you. Dear Bop, if you're looking for an idea for Christmas gift for Hunter, please do not get him a laptop, JB. That's a very good idea, and you're right. I will not get Hunter a laptop. But I will take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Good news today at the Ground Round. You get a whole lot more at the Ground Round. You get a whole lot more.
What's the good news?
USDA Choice Top Sirloin Steak, just $3.99.
That's good news.
And new golden fried clams, also $3.99.
More good news.
Try our baked lemon butter scrod, just $3.99.
That is good news.
Steak, clam, scrod, just $3.99 each at participating Ground Rounds. At the Ground Round, you get a whole lot more.
Right from the moment. Here's where it all started. The history will blow you away. Right from the arts, the symphony, the ballet. There's a lot to fit in. Right from the legend.
Are you the legend? Nah, he's the legend. Hey, I'm just marvelous.
Right from the heart.
To be part of Boston's exciting new spirit, just call 1-800-858-0200.
It'll cheer you right up. Boston is right from the start.
Do it up at the gap. Get that do it up feeling. Do it up.
Two great names in jeans do it up in style. With an exciting fall collection of denim and corduroy jeans in a rainbow of colors. Gloria Vanderbilt by Mershani and The Gap bring you the fit that stops traffic wherever you go.
Fall into the gap.
Have a Gloria Vanderbilt fit at The Gap.
You're cool, you're crisp, you're hard to resist, you're bright, ooh, refreshing light, ooh, you're Canada dry, you're a singular style, you're a reason to smile, you're clever, you're neat, you're never too sweet, ooh, you're Canada dry, you tickle, you tingle, you make me laugh, oh, ooh, you're Canada dry, ooh, you're Canada dry.
Hello, world. We're back. Sorry about that quick break. Yeah, there were some, Carlo, there were some heavy Dear Bops today. Absolutely. I was not expecting them, but hey, they happen, and I'm happy to give what help I can. Let's see if there's quite a few more Dear Bops. So let's go back to the Dear Bop screen and answer some more. I have a feeling that they're not going to be as heavy. Is there reason? And Dibs, cousin Dibs, Qapla, cousin Dibs. I hope you are doing well. Says, hey Bird, hey cousin Dibs. Good to see you. Time is getting close, Dibs. You're down to the last month. How's wife of Dibs doing? Dibs' wife is coming up on another baby. Yeah. Another November baby is coming out. NephewOPrey is going to have another cousin, a younger cousin. Won't be the youngest baby. Sorry, NephewOPrey. You didn't get the title youngest for very long. Okay. Dear Bop, knock, knock. Is there somebody at the door? It said knock, knock. Oh, who's there? Dear Bop, a toothless trailer park rejects. Oh no. Son of a bitch. A toothless trailer park rejects shill who? No, NephewOPrey getting me into trouble. Because I know what this is going to say. Oh, okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. Dear Bop. Oh, and thank you, John Araki, for the extra $1 super chat. I see it happened while I was jalogering. I did see it come up, though. Thank you, John Araki. Dear Bop, thank you for the advice on the anti-diarrhea meds. I'm still a little loose, well, let's say loose as a goose on prune juice, but things seem to be a little bit better. I hope to clear this up before I go vote and have to stand in line for hours. The last time I waited for too long, I had a shark attack. Thank you for the kind advice. No, God damn it. That's not Rock Solid. Rock Solid did not write this. But if you do have a sharding problem, Imodium's the way to go. I used to carry it with me before I got sick. Dib says she's okay, hanging in. It's a bit stressful, but it's going. The houses don't have a closing date yet, and I have a feeling it may be the day the baby Dibs is coming. Yeah, there's some days it just works out like that. Yeah. Well, you just have to perfect being in two places at once, Dibs. You can figure it out. Dear Bop, Rock Solid is a toothless son of a no soft putty. Bad soft putty. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to submit Dear Bop's soft putty. The next time you submit a Dear Bop, I'm gonna charge you. I'm gonna start running a balance. I'm gonna start doing a proof checking fee for soft putty. DJ Odyssey yells cheese. Qapla, DJ Odyssey. It's good to see you. You're in. I guess you're back, guys. Deej is gonna have an awesome video to post tonight. I saw some pictures of what's coming. Big news on the farm today. So be on the lookout for Deej's latest farm video. If you haven't subscribed, you want to subscribe to see what I don't even know how it resolved, but man, it was a mess. It was a mess they were in. Dear Bop, I'm considering putting a show together that is based on the awesome idea of bum fights. The idea is that we find a group of Antifa losers and then create some ruse that makes the two of them want to fight each other. We were hoping that you would want to produce our show since you have a similar successful production with Kurogan Kids duking it out. Please write me back and let's get this winning idea off the ground. We will cut you in on the proceeds, say 50%. Anti-tracker. Yeah, sure. But I don't want my name. Oh, NephewOPrey has this.
Please do find Antifa. Find the Antifa headquarters. Tell me where it is. Let me know where I can sign up. Direct me to Antifa. And that's the first step. Go on.
Is this some type of joke that Antifa doesn't exist? Deej says it's not resolved yet, lol, but thank you, Bird. You're welcome, Deej. That is some mess you're in. Yeah, we know where we can find Antifa, and yeah, I think that's a great idea. You just tell one Antifa member that the other Antifa member said that he was, well, you know, something. And that should start a fight. It's a word I can't say on YouTube.
No. No.
Dear Bop, wondered what you have planned for Tuesday night. Anti-Tracker and I were wondering if we could come over and watch the presidential returns with you. We will bring your favorite things, Grey Goose and Jaeger. We promise that we won't hit on NephewOPrey. Well, maybe forget that last part. NephewOPrey's got my motor running. Wesley Crusher. I highly doubt Wesley wrote this. But they were wondering what I had planned for Tuesday night. If they could watch the presidential returns with me. To be honest, I really...
Planning on streaming?
I don't think I was, because I really don't think we're going to get an answer. But I'll have to see how I feel. I might be up late Tuesday night. I might not. Last time, all I know is I went to sleep and I woke up and Trump was president. It was an amazing day. So I'd probably just go ahead and try to go to sleep early. I did fall asleep to them declaring Hillary the winner and woke up to Trump winning. So like it all happened while I was asleep. In fact, maybe this has all just been a dream from that day back in 2016, in which case it's fine if I stay asleep until Trump is out. If I let you have a dream, then NephewOPrey goes bye-bye. No, NephewOPrey goes too. If this is all a dream, NephewOPrey never exists. It is true. You think you're going to find the exact same stuff? How would he be better? Sooner, but he'd be different. He could be a girl. I don't think it works like that. I don't think it works like that.
Exactly like this.
No, I'm not saying it has to be worse, but it just won't be NephewOPrey. It'll be somebody else. Dear Bop, wasn't a joke. A heart attack is cheaper than counseling and a permanent solution.
There's free find it. Not a store, but it exists.
Free counseling.
I don't know. So does he no longer have a full-time job? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
If you have any health insurance, a number of counseling sessions are covered, usually fully.
Yeah, if you have any health insurance, you can usually get a few, at least a few.
It's usually like 20 or 30.
Yeah, you can get some counseling
So
service.
people, I don't know why they tell themselves they can't afford counseling or why that seems like a challenge.
But if they don't have insurance.
And if you don't, then there's usually programs. There's ways to get cheaper free counseling, and a lot of counselors, if you do have to pay, it's on a sliding scale.
Mm.
So again, that's the kind of thing you can talk about in the therapy is barriers that you see. Sometimes you have more options than you think you do.
And it is time to see NephewOPrey
with his diaper.
With his diaper. It's okay. It's okay. You got no pants.
Your mama's hair. Your mama's
Aw.
Hermione's hair.
Say hi. Say hi, NephewOPrey.
All right. Thank you.
Say hi. Say hi to everybody in YouTube.
That's it. These are left.
Yeah. Sai, look at the camera. Look at the camera.
You can look that way.
Yeah.
I'll bring the camera to you if you want.
No, the camera's fine where it is. Camera's fine where it is. Oh.
He was like, is the camera fine where it is?
You like the hat?
2 feet tall and I'm doing my best. Uncle
We're
Bird.
gonna put a Star Trek sticker on. Oh. But you said I could do Star Trek stuff with it.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll do a Trump sticker later.
You ready to go?
NRA sticker?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh.
NRA sticker's just as good,
Everybody needs a soul right.
but you want the option.
Well, no. Not me
Come
personally.
on,
I should
Charlie.
have a gun, or like if I do, it should be locked away because it would be very easy to get a gun from me. So that's no. But
And if you're holding it.
yeah, true. As long as I have it in my hands.
Charlie, we're gonna get your
But,
first assault
yeah.
rifle
I
at
am not
18.
anti-gun, as I may be, or
Yeah.
I would say, and I've said this multiple times, that conservatives say liberal. I consider myself fairly moderate.
You've called yourself a communist.
I don't think I called myself a communist. I do believe in more responsible capitalism. Yeah, yeah. That things don't have to be so exploitative. Hi, let's move. Yeah. Okay. Hi.
Happy baby. Happy
Easy
baby.
up.
Happy baby. Talking about guns makes Charlie a happy baby.
Wow. I wouldn't go that far. Oh,
Oh, we're gonna
just a
protect.
happy baby.
We're gonna protect your Second Amendment rights. We're gonna protect your First Amendment rights. We're gonna protect most of the amendments.
You can't just only have.
We're gonna
have
repeal
guns.
the amendment about direct election of senators, though. That was crap. Right? Criminals have guns. Tell them, Charlie. Guns don't kill people. I kill
District stuff on the ballot.
people. You didn't notice any local district stuff.
Borough president. I didn't notice anything for just basic.
It was called district whatever, or assemblyman, or whatever.
Not on my ballot. It wasn't on your ballot. That's fascinating. A different ballot. Oh.
Hey, Charlie.
No.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
No.
Mama loves you. You tell everyone you had your little sick, but you start to feel better.
I told him that you were a little sick. I didn't say go into details, but he seems to be feeling better.
Feeling better, but his voice was kind of hoarse. That was sad, and it's still a little hoarse. Yeah.
Wesley, yes, Wesley, you did miss Dear Bop. I just finished them.
He's getting better.
I just finished. You can you can rewind.
Face.
Hi. 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 What are you doing? You're arching your back?
Yeah, that's from everything.
Yeah. Wes, if you rewind about 30-40 minutes,
You don't have to look straight.
you'll see the Dear Bops.
Yeah.
Hi, nephew. Hi, nephew. Hey. You want my Coca-Cola shirt? I know it's a
You
cool
have a
shirt. I know he has a Coca-Cola shirt.
Uncle Joey. I
He
can
has a
face you toward
Coca-Cola
Uncle Joey. Yeah, he wants to look at you.
Okay.
Give me. Oh, look.
Siege Odyssey donated $1. Says Bird of Prey. Oh, that's the newest. That's one of the graphics we have.
That's adorable.
That's the happy baby. Says Bird of Prey. Don't tell Prey, but all sperm at a sperm bank is Donald Trump's.
No.
Hmm.
He'd look a little different, I think.
You look a little orange.
Yeah.
You look a little orange. Oh, could you imagine, Charlie? Could you imagine a secret executive order Donald Trump signed a year ago, replacing all sperm at the sperm banks with his own?
Oh my God. Right. It turns out this isn't my baby at all. This is my baby. Oh no. Oh no. There was a mix-up at the hospital.
It's still your baby.
I gave birth to a bag of Cheetos.
It's still your
I
baby.
get to keep Charlie though. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
You gonna eat those? You gonna eat those? Thanks.
Charlie, Charlie, Charlie.
Oh, drooling on that. They throwing up.
Growing up. Oh, I thought my hand got wet.
She.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't lick
Oh.
it back up. Let it out. It's okay. Let it out.
Yeah, Charlie, just let it out. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, so I think we need to have a segment of Charlie Plays with Toys.
And Charlie Plays with Toys
He's
segment.
pretty good at playing with toys now.
He is pretty good.
Oh, I can't give you,
You can give him a Cheeto. Give him a
Show
Cheeto.
Cheeto.
He wants the Cheeto. Go grab that Cheeto, Charlie. Grab that Cheeto.
You can't have a Cheeto yet.
Push this table away till she gives you a Cheeto. You can suck on it. Cheeto.
This is a
What's the
first
worst
stage.
thing that's going to happen?
It means you're getting interested in food, they said at the time.
Oh, he's very interested in
He's
food.
getting ready.
He's very interested in the food.
He'll get some sweet potato soon.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato, mashed organic sweet potato.
Oh, organic. Oh, you want it right from the dirt. Pesticides and all.
I am a little upset that winter's coming and haven't been able to literally put him down in the dirt to play.
Winter is coming.
I mean, I would take him straight upstate, but it's already way too.
Take him south.
Put him in the dirt.
Take him to Florida.
Have the dirt. Definitely not Florida dirt. Not now.
Let's do organic.
Real.
You can eat it, Mom.
I am hungry. We were talking about trying to find food. We couldn't find any all of Uber Eats. Hey, you were raised.
He's not gonna choke, Deej.
She can joke.
No, he's not gonna choke. I'm not saying give it to him that he's gonna, hold on to it. Just let him get his,
Not a Cheeto.
Yosef says, I'm disappointed that a group of squids is not called a squad. I think it should be, Yosef. You're right. The Charlie is jumping around. Okay. So, let's see. What do we got going on here? What do we got going on here? Springtime says, Bird of Prey, how is NephewOPrey doing with the Biden bunker? I don't think she even knows. Springtime says, we have bum fights in Anchorage Arena because of COVID. Are you in Anchorage? Springtime, do you live in Anchorage?
Yes.
Well, it's springtime. Lives in Anchorage. Moose.
If you live in Anchorage, NephewOPrey wants moose photos. Deej Odyssey says, today's video is uploaded. Don't let NephewOPrey watch the first 3 minutes. Oh, Charlie, what are you doing, baby? Okay, so NephewOPrey won't watch the first 3 minutes. Wesley says, so Bird of Prey, save this video to my Dear Bop list. Got it. Yes. Oh, NephewOPrey, you're turning around. Okay, let's.
It's so much.
Oh, I'm having a little problem. I need some help.
Oh, Charlie, where you going?
I don't know what he wants to do.
He wants to bounce.
He wants to bounce.
I want to bounce. I want to bounce. I'm not doing that. Who's doing that? Who's the bouncy baby?
You're a big bouncing baby. Yeah, you're happy. You're happy bouncing baby. He's so happy. He's so happy.
Uncle Joey.
Bouncing, bouncy, bouncy.
You can make him.
You can't.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Joey, bounce on Uncle
Oh.
Joey's belly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
It's like he's making mine. Up in those grapes. Bouncy, bouncy.
Oh man, Charlie. Oh, you see yourself? You see yourself. You know that's the back of you.
Turn him around.
He sees him on the video. He sees himself on the video. Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Woo. Woo. Oh,
Sit down.
okay.
Oh, little boy. Oh, little boy.
Oh, good, Charlie. Oh, nice. I get to my chatters. 'Cause- hey, 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 hey! Who's the star of the show? You're right. He is. Okay. Yes, springtime does live in Anchorage, Alaska. Very cool. Very cool. Do you get to see the Northern Lights much? Carlo Albanese says chocolate mouse. Richie Poole donated $1 and says, "Where's the towel? Where's the towel? The towel you wore that time."
Gonna auction off the towel.
You know, we can auction off the actual towel that Sophrey was wearing. The opening bid is $100. Freeman Mike says, "I can't wait for the new season of The Expanse." Yes, December 16th is the new season of The Expanse, Mom Oprey's birthday. So I won't forget. Absolutely. Deej Odyssey says, "Today's video, I did started off the ranting, turned into something else." Wow. Wow. Not right does his bird of prey. "I don't see enough things being thrown at you. NephewOPrey is slacking today because she's holding NephewOPrey. But we started off. She was hitting me with. You were hitting me. No, nobody's right. Nobody's right. You were hitting me with the back scratcher. Springtime's bird of prey. Not really. Been a while since I saw the Northern Lights. Oh, that's sorry. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. But I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to end this stream here, guys. NephewOPrey wants to eat, and things are getting a little crazy. I'd hope we could play a game, but it's not looking like we're going to have the time to do that. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for the Dear Bops. Thank you to the algorithm for becoming a new member of the channel. And it was once again Biden blue. So I got to say, the official, as much as I disagree, as much as I'm going to be unhappy with this, as of now, the official projected winner from Kuroga, the Kurogan Department of, I don't know, polling and measurements, is that Biden's going to win the presidency. It's just the way it is. Not Ryan Johnson says, "Bird of prey, hitting not the same. Things being thrown at bird is much more enjoyable to see." For you. And Deej says, "By the way, Bird got the Jackbox Pack 7. I heard it. I heard about it, Deej. I didn't buy it yet, but I heard about it. Awesome that you've got it. Maybe you'll play it later." Carlos says, "Thanks for the stream, Bird of prey. Have a great night, everyone." Thank you, Carlo Albanese. Thank you all. Star Trek Nitpickers says, "Thank you, Bird." Thank you, Star Trek Nitpickers. Freeman Mike says, "Later, Bird." Qapla, Freeman Mike. Guys, if you didn't know, I did put up my video, Star Trek Discovery, Season 3, Episode 3, People of Earth review. So it is on my channel. Check it out. I also put up on the Bird of Prey 5X channel a 2-minute video where I could have swore I heard Spock's voice in this latest episode of Star Trek Discovery, People of Earth. And I put out a theory for why we might see Spock in this 3rd season of Star Trek Discovery. It's a short 2-minute video. It's on the Bird of Prey 5X channel, which you can get to by either going to birdofprey5.com, or it's actually on my Star Trek playlist on the Bird of Prey 5 channel. If you go to my Star Trek playlist, it's on there as well. You can get to the video either way. And I hope you guys subscribe. Remember to comment, like, share, all that great stuff. And Joseph says it's not a review, it's a rant. I would say it's a review and a rant, Joseph. I did provide a score, thereby making it a review. But agree to disagree. With that, guys, Qapla all, and Bird out. Springtime says, I have a moose pic in your Discord. Thank you, Springtime. I'll check it out. Qapla. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BedOPrey5.com, the new home of everything Bird of Prey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdOPrey5 or on BirdOPrey5.com. Take care. Hail, Karoga.